Yeah. Okay. Welcome to my channel once again. Good day, everyone. This time around, I'll be talking about basketball. Basketball. Because I've had people telling me, I should talk about basketball. Basketball is a very interesting game. You must know it. One of the advantages, or one of if you're the kind of person that likes basketball, playing basketball is fun. So basketball is different from football in the sense that football, you might not need to take your paper and pen and be doing some calculations, but in basketball you must do some calculations. When you talk about statistics, that is where it is. But statistics, basketball is full of statistics, and without calculation, you might not get it. You might be guessing and doing so fast and you miss out. But I so much believe in doing averages in basketball. So let's take for example, there are some vital things you have to note in basketball. One is that okay, let's just put let's just start with this Champions League, International Transfer League, between Benfica Lisboa and Limoges. This Benfica Lisboa, this is International Champions League, so it's better if you're using International Champions League. Let me click it. Now, if you want to do your statistics, it's better you use your H2H new. This H2H new. That's where you can do your statistics for every international matches. Because if you go to what am I doing? Because if you go to the H2 only H2H, you can never see much of their games here. See, the only game you see here in their last matches, that is only one game. But despite that, we have to make use of it. So now there are things you have to take in cognizance when you are betting on basketball. The target form you have to use. Handicap is 1, 2 is the over and under, and each team you take over and under. You take the highest in over, and the highest and the lowest in under. These are the 10 things you have to check. Like in over and under, including overtime, the highest there is over 151.5. Then the lowest, that's the under. Playing under, use 155.5 as you're looking at it. So you write them down. Then under each team that is playing, you also write them down. Like Benfica, the over there is 77.5, and the under is 79.5. It's not much. The difference is not much. Then in Limegos, the over there is 74.5 and the under there is 76.5. That's it for now. This thing I'm telling you now is for those who are starting to bet on basketball newly. So these are the things you have to, before you go deep. These ones are the ones you have to, try first before you go deep. So now let me give you first hand on how to do this. You have noted down. Then under the handicap, I did not say it. For another thing is that you have to take cognizance of the stronger team. And who is the stronger? What's the stronger team? The stronger team here they put here is Benfica. They have 1.51, and the other one away has 2.5. Because of the away is a lesser strong team. So what you have to put, your target point there is plus 6.5. That is away under handicap. You write that one down only. If you want to write plus 2 for under, no, just that the target point is 6.5 over. That's if you want to give them the away handicap to win. So based on statistics, you go back to statistics. That's where you do it. Now you have only one game here. It's not enough. But looking at this one game, if you plus them, it is 135. If plus 67 plus 68 is 135. If you go back here and go back to this, 135 is not enough because the highest there is 155, 151. That is over, so you cannot play it because it's under it. So if you use under 155, it might enter, but this is not enough to to play this game because they don't have much. So because I said every international game you have to go to what H2H new. This is H2H new. You tap on it. Now this is where the game is. Now, if you look at it, you see that Benfica has the Benfica, not Benfica. Benfica has the what you have to do here is write down their scores. There are five here total. Write down their scores and divide it by five. That's where you get each one. Like Benfica has 87. Like normally, I put my calculator. See my calculator here always. So I always plus like Benfica has 87. 87. When you have 87, you plus it by 90, something like that. You keep that's what I do. Then after doing it, you see 87, 90. Benfica has 84 here, 95, and they have 89. What you have to do, add them together. When you add them together, you give you 445. Divided by 5, it will give 89. You do the same to Lemagos. Lemagos, when you do it the same thing, if you plus Lemagos 50 plus 88 plus 82 plus 81 plus 80, you divide it by 5, it will give you 76.2. So if you've divided it and Benfica gives 89, what you have to do is to come to the Benfica side, the highest point, the highest distance there, as what is tabulated here as 77 over 77.5 being your target, is check it, is further that under the average. When I calculated it, they have 79 under the average. When divided by 5, it has 79, so it's higher than this. So if you play, let's say if you play, give it an over 77.5, you might get it. It's good, you get it. But if you're playing it under 79, if you're playing it over 79.5 even, you might get it, but it's risky a little bit. But if you play it under 79.5, you might not get it. So if you play it 77 over 7, it's okay. Then if you go to the Lemagos, the average I calculated was 76.2. Then they have 74.7. A slight difference, which is a little bit. And since these people are, then the way you have to calculate your handicap to know whether you are right to play this plus 6.5 is from the average I did. Since Benfica has 79 and the Lemagos has 76, you minus them. 89 minus 76 is more than this 6.5. It's up to 12 or so. So giving Lemagos plus 6.5 to win and their away is very dangerous. Don't do that. So this is boss. Then let's go to another this thing and explain another one. Let's go to another. Which one would do we use to explain this? Which one do we use to explain this? No. Benfica. Let's check another game. Okay. Let's check another game. Okay, let's use Nina's Chemist and the FC Porto. Now, first of all, like I always say, you check the stronger team. The stronger team here is what? Nina's Chemist. That's the stronger team here. Understand? And being the stronger team, so you take the cognizance where your concentration will lie on is what? The less stronger team, which is FC Porto, under handicap, so that you know what you played, so that you know whether you give them to win under handicapped. So the highest you have to take cognizance of is 10 plus 10.5. That's what you have to, your target point here is under handicap. So you write it down. You go over to, you go over to the over and under. Over and under gives 161.5. That's the target. 161, the highest one. The under, you write it down. Was 165.5 under, you write it down. Then under Ninas, you write it's 4.5 over, it's 4.5 and under it's 6.5. You write it down. The same applies to FC Porto. Now let's go back to our statistics. When you go to the statistics, both of them are informed. Understand? Both of them are informed. But because of this is an international match, you cannot see the head-to-head here. You cannot see head-to-head figures of the last matches. So you have to go to, for you to play this game, you have to go to, you have to go to H2H new. Okay, sometimes you still need to go to table and check up some things. See, they have 10 points here. FC Porto has 9 points under this, which FC Porto is not bad at all. So then go back to here, the H2H new. Then, like I did before, under the numerous, you add all of their games, divide it by 5. When you divide it by 5, you get whatever you get. Like if I divided this by 5 now, what I have to get is 91.8. 91.8, because I just tabulated it before I started this video. Under FC Porto, when I added it, I divided it by 5, I got 84.6, which means is there right that, because they must have done these statistics before they put it down, they put it up. So this is how they do it. So since the Ninas has that 1.8, if you go back now, you see that look at how they do it. 91.8, this is 84.5, which means if you're putting Ninas, which is stronger and which is home, with their home over 8.5, you are correct. You get it. Yeah, even 86.5, you might get it. So that is, if you're looking at higher odd, you might get it. That's 70%. All these games, you have to it's not easy to play these games. Sometimes things might happen and it will not go the way you want, you calculated it, but you have to have a yardstick of playing your games. FC Porto, when I calculated it, it was 84.5 under the average. It is 84.6 under the average. They wrote the highest point here is 86.5, which is good. Even if you play it's 85 point, it's still okay. But this is an international match, it's very difficult. So under the why I put up, because if you plus now, another thing you have to do after plussing all of them, you get each one. You have, like, for example, I added the Ninas, I got an average it, I got 91.8. I added the FC Porto, and average it, I got what, 84.5. You add them both together. When you add them both, the 91.8 plus the 84.6, when you add them both, you get 176. When you get 176, that is how you get the over and under mark. 176 is higher than 164. That's why I put 161, which is a good score statistically to go with. So with that, then for you to check under the handicap whether it really consumes, you minus. Since the average I got from the Ninas was 91.5, you minus it to the average I got in the FC Porto. Yeah, you minus it the average I got in FC Porto, which was 84 points. When you minus it, it will be giving you around think seven. So it will give you around 7. When you give us the give here away, that is 10.5 plus 10.5. So if you place 10.5 here, it's okay. It's still okay. You're on that track. You're under the track that you can get it. Since as international match, it might be so difficult to do. So anyone you play under the handicap, you play it under this. So this game will surely favor you if you go for it. So these are the things you have to do for the beginners. Let me just say it. I don't have time to start, giving examples of each game. But for the beginners, what you have to do, first thing you have to do when you open a game is to check. For the beginners, what the first thing you have to do is to check the stronger team. Understand? You check the stronger team. Since the stronger team, for example, the away team Sudova is the stronger team, you take cognizance of it, and because it's the stronger team, then your handicap, you have to target. Under the handicap, you have to target the less strong team for you to give them away, for you to give them to win or so. Then you target the over and under. You target each team, you target the over and under each team. That's it for the beginners. So don't go deep for now. That's what you have to do for now. I hope I really laid you understood what I said in this. So basketball needs one thing you have to know. Okay, it needs concentration and statistics. Okay,